if you are like most people, when it comes to looking for a camper, you probably don't want to break the bank for something, but also don't want it to look, completely hideous as well, or be very uncapable. And I think this here is a great entry-level travel trailer that gives you a bit more than most other entry-level travel trailers. So let's go take a look. Welcome back to another video, y'all. If you're new here, my name is Myles with Firmly Unbound, and we are here at Blue Compass in Colorado today, taking a look at this 2025 Cherokee Black Label from Forest River. This specific model here is the 17JWBL. Now, this Black Label is essentially like an upgrade from what would be like their Cherokee Gray Wolf right here. You can see it's the same logo on the Gray Wolf there as it is on the Black Label. But with this upgrade, you get a few different things. So you can see how this is an aluminum sided RV. So you can see how it has that aluminum siding on here. You upgrade to a fiberglass gel coat siding on this Black Label. You also get these more knobby tires underneath here, really just gives it a more aggressive look. You get an Astro or a thermofoil layer of insulation here throughout the camper. So you're getting more insulation from that thermofoil layer of insulation that they put into here as well. Some of these will come equipped in different ways also, like this one has 200 watts of solar on the roof, and then it's going to have a little bit more improved interior finishes as well, with a couple nice things like reading lights and additional USB ports and stuff like that. So when it comes to an entry-level camper, I mean, this is basically taking a very entry-level camper and then putting more premium upgrades on it. You also have frameless windows on here, gives it a very nice look. So this is something here that is actually, I mean, it's something that would be on my radar as well for what I would want to tow with my Tundra. So my Tundra here, not the most capable half ton when it comes to towing, but certainly could tow something like this, no problem, which brings us to the specs before we go inside. So let me step over here real quick, and you can see right here, this is a gross vehicle weight rating of 5,702 pounds. So definitely not all that heavy, 1,202 pound cargo carrying capacity there. And I just realized I just kind of banged on the mic there, so sorry if that was loud there for just a second. And then let me pull up the rest of the specs here. On the rest of the specs on this travel trailer, while I find these, want to let you know this location that I'm at today is actually in Longmont, Colorado. So it's essentially just north of Denver, about 30 minutes, right off of I-25. And it's a Blue Compass store here. This is a great spot if you're in Colorado, just to get out of the kind of hustle and bustle of Denver, and pretty easy to get in and out of. But this here, the full length on this is right at 23 feet 11 inches, and then unloaded is 4,174 pounds, and then it has a 602 pound hitch weight. So definitely very capable for any half-ton truck to be able to tow something like this, and that's what I would recommend with that 600 pound hitch weight on here, is a half-ton truck for a camper this size. 26 gallon freshwater capacity, and then it has a 28 gallon black water capacity and a 28 gallon gray water capacity. So that's pretty much everything on the specs there. Let's go hop inside. We'll come back outside in a moment and take a look at some of the stuff on the outside as well. But as we hop inside, this is going to be a family friendly floor plan layout. See, when we open the door, you have your screen door on here when you walk in. So this screen door will detach right there. You do have a window right here. You can install a privacy shade on that, but it does not come with it. A couple different lights out here I forgot to turn on, but you have a light over the door, and you have an LED light underneath the awning, and you have a little mini refrigerator here as well. You have a solid surface step as you walk in. So nice and easy getting in and out of here. And then right when we walk in, you have the bed in the corner. So give you kind of just a lay of the land in here. Bed in the corner there. You have storage up above the bed. You have your dining table here and bunk beds here in the corner. Now, because the last couple videos I've done have been RVs that are kind of in this segment, I want to continue talking about how this one is like a step up from the other ones that we've looked at that are in the same close to size range. This is definitely longer than the other ones, the last two videos that I put out, but it's still relatively close. However, the price is not close. This here, the sales price on it is $29,981, and that is going to be you know, a little over $10,000 more than your most entry-level travel trailers that we have been looking at the last couple videos on this channel. So we're going to talk about a lot of different things that go into that. Some of it is all the things I mentioned on the outside. I mean, the fiberglass siding, the frameless windows, the added, you know, decor pieces. So like the other two we looked at, they had a similar bed arrangement like this. This bed though extends further down this way, so it's a longer bed than what we've seen in some of the other campers. And then they didn't have enclosed storage up here, so it was just open storage with a shelf up here. This brand giving you this enclosed storage space. This actually looks like some pretty good cabinet construction. It doesn't look like this is like a wrap material. This looks like this is an actual wood right there that's stained. No indication that I'm seeing of this being a wrapped, what is it, cabinet door there. And it has magnet latches there to hold it shut. You have a trash bin up in this area as well. Spot for a TV here on the wall if you do want to install a TV. Definitely not going to fit anything too big, but these are certainly campers that are not, you know, really tailored towards the type of camper that's likely spending a lot of time watching TV in their camper. I definitely fall into that group where I don't know in my adult years that I have spent a single minute like actively wanting to watch TV inside of a camper. I'm just not that type of camper. As soon as I wake up, I'm outside, and I only spend time inside the camper if I just need to get something from inside the camper or am sleeping. And that's pretty much it. I spend almost all my time camping outdoors, and that's kind of what this camper is designed for, but still has a lot of cool qualities. Individual reading lights above each person here in the bed. That is something you don't normally see in campers in this size. You have USB ports and a USB Type-C connection. And then this is actually a little built-in power station here that's 150 watts, basically acting like an inverter. And you have another USB Type-C port there and an outlet plug right there as well. So pretty cool little piece of tech there that you have. Mattress on this camper, definitely not great, but thicker than what we've seen on some of the other brands that we've looked at in this sort of size segment here. So a little bit more standard for an RV mattress and not just completely the worst of the worst. You do have a shelf that goes back along this side, so you can store stuff behind the bed there. And I was looking to see if there's storage access. There is storage access under here. Oh, nice. They even give you a handle. Oh, that's sweet. That actually makes life a lot easier for you. So you can see the handle right there to get underneath this space. You have a wide open storage space underneath here that is the same access as the pass-through storage area there. So you do have strut assisted storage to get in that space. You can see the wood framing underneath here for your support. As we turn around this way, ceiling height in here is pretty good. So as I flip the camera around, I'm about 6'2", maybe 6'3" with the boots that I have on, because the boots do have a heel on them. And you can see here, it's probably about 6'5", maybe 6'6" for a ceiling height in here. You also have a very flat sitting air conditioner. It's a new Furrion AC. And this here is going to sit much closer to the height of the ceiling, so it doesn't stick down very far. It maintains that ceiling height. So that there is pretty nice. And overall, good ceiling height. Also was pretty impressed. I'm plugged into a very small generator today and just plugged in with a like 20 amp standard house plug with a 30 amp adapter. So not drawing a whole lot of power from the generator. And when I turned the generator on, this AC did actually fire up with that small amount of power coming through there. So that was pretty nice. And this is a new Furrion AC as well. So I haven't got to play around with this AC too much, but this is, you know, these Furrion ACs are getting better and better every year. So I'd imagine this AC is probably doing a pretty dang good job keeping this cool. And here in Colorado, you guys do not have to worry about that nearly as much as someone like myself who lives in Texas. You know, if we camp in those areas of the country, that becomes much more essential. Out here, not nearly as much. U-shaped dinette here, you can see you have a little bit more of a, you know, kind of premium looking finish to your furniture. These are all a fabric here, so it's not a leather. You can see how it's a fabric here for your U-shaped dinette. And pretty good space there. It does have a little bit of a step up into that area, and then you have drawers here that pull out, and these are going to be pretty interesting because there's no like ball bearings or anything like that on here. It's pretty much just a free floating sort of drawer. Look how thick the construction is on these. That's actually pretty nice. So really thick plywood construction on those drawers. And then to close them, you basically just lift it up, push it all the way back, and then it drops into place so that it can't slide back open. It basically gets stuck right there. Seems like there's like a, you know, block of wood or something like that that you have to lift it up over to pull that drawer out. So that's how those two drawers work there for your additional storage. And then this whole area will collapse and make into a bed that's right at about 6 feet long, or actually over 6 feet long with the U-shaped dinette. So you can have additional sleeping space here when you need. However, when we turn around this way, in this floor plan model, you can see there are bunks here in the back as well. So you will have these bunk beds that are kind of angled off there to give you additional sleeping space. But we'll get to those in just a second. When we walked in the entry door, ooh, I've lost many pairs of sunglasses, so I'm going to put these on my person here so that I do not lose those. You have water pump. You do have heated tanks on here. That's another upgrade. So 12-volt heat pads on your water tanks to keep those from freezing while you're going up and down the road. Your awning lights, and let's go ahead and turn those on so when we go back outside we can see those. Slide out controls here and awning controls all right when you walk in. You have your sound controls here. And then these are some of the features that you can see on this Black Label Wolf Pup. So you can take a look at this. We're going to talk about all this stuff as we go through. But if you want to pause the video and just read through this, that is there as well. Solid surface countertops. This is a big deal. So this is like a ceramic type material or something along the ranks there. I never get like a real good explanation of what the exact material of this is. Everywhere listed online, it just says solid surface countertop. My guess is it's like a ceramic material. Feels kind of like granite as well, but I would imagine ceramic is, you know, lighter than granite. So that is your countertop here, giving you a nice solid surface right there. And then underneath here, you have a big black sink underneath there. So that's actually a really nice size sink for this travel trailer too. Very deep. It goes about, it looks like it goes almost 12 inches deep there. So that's, I mean, pretty significant, about the whole length of my hand. A lot of campers in this size will have a much smaller sink, and I just love the look of this. It looks, you know, a lot more modern, having that black color with kind of like a diamond or like a hexagon pattern here in the finish. You also have a little hand soap dispenser, or you can put dish soap in there. So that looks like this should go down underneath here. And yeah, there's a little soap container back there that you could put soap in up underneath here. See your plumbing under there and storage space under here. You have your furnace right there. So this is going to be your furnace that will put out heat from this location there. Not ducted through the camper or anything like that. Same with the AC. AC is also not ducted. It's just going to dump air down into this area. More storage space up through here. Pretty standard RV size microwave. 2-burner gas stove right there. Not a whole lot of countertop space here until you put the sink cover down. And then it does have a more like residential style faucet that sits a little bit higher with the detachment there, so you can move that thing around how you need to. Then it has your dual side Everchill refrigerator. So 12-volt refrigerator, you can see how it opens from this side and it opens from that side. Very nice. Freezer will do the same thing as well. And then as we get to the bunks, last thing down here, you have a battery disconnect switch here inside the camper. So good, easy spot to get to that. Kill all the power going to your batteries before you leave, so you can maintain power to your batteries while you are away from the campsite. Then you have your bunk beds back in this space. And these look like these are about 6 feet long in length. I also would imagine these have about a 250-pound capacity on them. I don't see any capacity ratings here for these bunks. USB Type-C connection on here and a USB port right there. You can see that there. Windows on both sides. You have pull-down black pleated shades for your windows. And then if I climb up into this space, let's see how long this bunk is. Okay, so yeah, it's under 6 feet long. So I'm 6'1" without my shoes on, and my feet definitely have to hang off the edge. So I would say it's probably only about 5'10", maybe 5'11" in total length. So any longer than that, and you might find yourself sleeping diagonally. If I slept with my head in this corner and then my feet in the corner here where that has the most length, I would fit as one individual. But if you're going to be sleeping like 2 people in these bunks, or just someone taller, like anything over 6 feet, maybe 6'1", 6'2", once you get past that length, you're going to have to bend your legs or have your legs hanging off the end of the bunk there for these bunks. But other than that, definitely not bad. I could certainly, even at my, age and height, I could sleep for a couple nights camping in those bunks, no problem, and would be just fine. Looks like speaker here with a light in it, so it has a blue accent light in that speaker. speaker here as well with a blue accent light in it. This is a driven audio system. Oh, this is a subwoofer right here. So that's actually their 8-inch subwoofer there. And then it looks like you have your other speakers right here. So your mid-range speakers here and here as well. So that's actually kind of cool. Pretty good audio system in here that you won't typically find in travel trailers like this. Then we get to the bathroom. And as we go into the bathroom here, you have your sink right there. Some storage space through here, medicine cabinet. And the one thing I forgot to bring on this trip with me was my bottle of liquefied. So normally I'd have a bottle of liquefied here with me. That's the product from Matt's RV Reviews. And if you know Matt, he has that liquefied product. It's actually a really great black tank treatment. So it treats all the water and everything that goes down through your toilet, makes sure everything decomposes properly, keeps your RV smelling clean. And that's a great product you can find on Amazon or at Blue Compass RV store shelves coming soon to their parts departments. So be on the lookout for that. Liquefied's a great product for you RV owners out there. Up here in the shower, you actually get this, much higher end shower tower sort of combo here with the 2 body sprayers, the wand. That's something you see up into like the highest end fifth wheel RVs. So giving you a much, improved kind of shower sprayer situation right there in an entry level camper. You also have a bigger vent fan in here than what you normally get in campers this size. So that's also nice. Now with the restricted ceiling height and no skylight in here, the shower height's going to be pretty interesting. Yeah, it's pretty minimal in here. I definitely have my knees bent pretty good to be able to, get up into this space. You could put some sort of chair inside of here or something like that. That would definitely be a solution. But I'd say the height in here is probably only good for about 5'9" or so is what it seems. Turn this camera back around and you can also see there's a little bit of a lip down in here. There's some of the winterization fluid in here as well so that the lines don't freeze here in Colorado. But you could get about a 6 to 8 inch deep tub here as well if you need to soak a child in there, do laundry in this space, or maybe give a pet a bath or something like that. All different options. Plastic 2-piece shower in this space, and then again turn around this way and you have your shelving right here. And storage right there. All right, and as we step back out, that is pretty much everything on the inside. So let's go back outside real quick, take a couple looks at things outside. Again, $29,981 is the price on this. And real quick too, while we're stepping outside, if you haven't gone and checked it out already, I have another YouTube channel called Firmly Unbound. Been much more active over there, getting a lot of video content out about what Firmly Unbound is, how the principles of living firmly unbound have really impacted my life and made me the man that I am today. And I want to encourage you to go check that out and hopefully inspire you to also go live more firmly unbound. So go check that out here on YouTube. There's a link down below in the comments and description for you to find the Firmly Unbound YouTube channel, or you can just search Firmly Unbound. So we step outside. Again, outdoor refrigerator here. And if you're interested in this RV or just looking to shop for your next RV, there's also a link down below in the comments and description that will help you get started with finding your next RV for you. There's that access to storage from outside. It does have these clips here to hold it shut, magnet latches to hold those open. Getting down underneath here, you can see your manual stabilizers. So you will have manual stabilizers on here. It does have an open exposed underbelly. However, you will have those 12-volt heat pads on the water tanks. So you can see that fresh water tank here with that heat pad on it, kind of stuck on there. That black pad there is your 12-volt heat pad. Come along this way, you can see your awning light, your light over the entry door. The awning light is actually blue, so kind of interesting color choice there. Again, your more knobby tires. These are a Westlake Mud Legend tire. So just gives it a more aggressive look more than anything else. It looks cooler. I mean, my truck has BF Goodwrench tires on it that are a bit more aggressive looking. It would only make sense to have tires like this on my camper that also, kind of match the aesthetic. I know I get a lot of comments on people saying these tires don't mean anything, they don't do anything, and I agree with you, but they do make it look cooler, and that's just undeniable. It's an undeniable fact that they look cooler than the regular just, road tires. You also have a little bit of additional support here with that additional, steel beam right here added on for, making sure that that performs the way that it needs to over the lifespan of the RV. Leash latch right here. And then you have access to storage back here. So this bunk actually will flip up. You see you have a strap right here. The strap can clip into that clip right there. And you can hold this bunk open so that you can use this storage for more space. You could definitely fit like bicycles and things into this area even. So that's pretty nice, and actually a good use of space there that I would certainly utilize to bring all the things along with me that I like to bring camping, because I do like to bring, you know, bicycles, motorcycle, coolers, all my camping equipment, obviously, and so many different things. The more space, the better. You have this really nice rack along the back. When it lays down flat, it can support up to 200 pounds. You have the spare tire mounted there as well. Backup camera already installed, another nice feature. So these are all things that like standard entry-level travel trailers don't typically come with. It's pretty nice, especially in this range. Like you see this Wolf Den right here. It's a little bit bigger travel trailer, so it does have that rack on the back. But more often than not, stuff in this size range will not come with things like that, and certainly don't come with a backup camera installed. That's pretty rare of a find as well. Along this side, you have your 30 amp connection right here. And then you have all of your dump stations here for the black and gray tanks. Again, your manual stabilizers, cable driven slide mechanism on your slide out. And then along this side, you have your water connections, outdoor shower, tankless on-demand water heater. And then it should have a black tank flush valve somewhere as well that I might have missed. It might have been along the back. But somewhere there should be a valve to flush your black tank. Unless I missed it. See, I mentioned something, now I gotta go on a search to find it. Oh, there it is. Or is that your fresh water fill? Oh yeah, your black tank flush is right here. So yeah, flush the black tank through there, right there with pressurized water. Up front, you have your spot for a battery. It looks like a single 20-pound propane bottle up front here, as it is a little bit of a thinner, you know, A-frame part of this frame right there. So a single 20-pound propane bottle on there. And then that's pretty much it. So curious your thoughts on what you think about this. It's definitely a camper just designed for camping, and you know, nothing too crazy or anything like that. But curious your thoughts on what you think, and if this is something that you see the value in, or if you would rather, you know, just prefer a cheaper option to something like this that's maybe not as decked out. Let me know your thoughts. If you're interested in this RV, there's a link down below in the comments and description to help you get started with finding your next RV. And until next time, live firmly unbound.